In the zone at 91.3, that was some Florence and the Machine with Hunger, also the Sheepdogs and their tune Feeling Good just before them. It is about to go 8 minutes past 11. My name is John Williams. Thank you very much for being in the midday zone. And I've got a guest for the next half an hour or so here, the wonderful and local magician, Mr. Jason Verners.
Hey, man.
How are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, well, it blew my mind a few weeks ago because we were at Kirsten James' of the Weekend Zone's birthday party.
Yes.
You performed. You were there. You were a hired gun to come and do magic for a little while.
It was pretty fun, man. It was kind of like what do they call it? Kirsten Fest. That's what they called it in the end of it. It was fantastic.
And a pretty raucous crowd dealing with all the flipping zone DJs shouting and beaking at you the whole time.
It was brilliant. It was my dream. It was like a comedy club night. It was brilliant.
So you said to me, hey, I wouldn't mind if you wouldn't mind helping spread the word about a movie I've been working on. And I said, oh, it wasn't the way you were doing movies.
Yeah.
And so somehow you got involved in the latest version of The Predator that comes out in a few days.
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, for goodness sake.
Yeah. So that was basically my last year. I was one of the creative consultants for the new Predator movie. So I got to live with Alfie Allen from Game of Thrones and teach him how to do magic for during the shoot, and kind of lived the dream for a little bit. It was wild, completely. It was just ridiculous.
Well, I want to give some context first. According to IMDb, it says, quote, when a young boy accidentally triggers the universe's most lethal hunters, they return to Earth. Only a ragtag crew of ex-soldiers and disgruntled science teacher can prevent the end of the human race.
Best description.
End quote, yeah.
Accurate.
Well, I mean, it does make sense it's accurate because it was written by the people that wrote the film.
Exactly. Hey, fair enough. And what's crazy, too, is the director of the film, Shane Black, starred in the first Predator.
Oh,
when you
do
the math of it, yeah. So when I got called into the audition meeting, I walked into the room and I didn't even know what it was for. It was for the working title of quote unquote Ollie, which is Shane's dog's name. Now learning, right?
Right.
But then it was I walk into the room and there's Shane Black sitting there, and I'm like, oh, so it's Predator, right away. You know what I mean? So I kind of lucked out there, knowing that who Shane Black was. He's done The Nice Guys and that kind of thing. So
yeah. So what did you have to do in that? Did you go in there knowing you were going to do magic, or are you trying to chase an acting role these days?
No. So I went in. It was bizarre. It was through a Facebook message when I was on the way to go see the Arkells in Vancouver. It was I was on the ferry and we got this message, and it was hey, do you do tutorials? And it was a very strange, open-ended question, and I was like, yes. And then they sent me an NDA, and I kind of realized how serious it was. And then I still don't really know what level. I've worked on a couple TV shows in the past, magic TV shows, being creating tricks for other magicians to perform. And then it turned into could you teach an actor how to look really good with playing cards? And I was I think so. And I have some kind of when you're a magician, you kind of learn secret ways to make yourself look really good with playing cards that actually don't require a lot of skill. So that, if I got to be honest, is probably why I got the job, is because I demonstrated that, we don't even need to use hand doubles. It was just let me teach him how to do it. Right. So throughout the film, there's some really nice moments of magic and flourishing with the cards. And he looks very skilled with cards throughout the film. It's actually he did a great job. So two things: NDA, non-disclosure form. Is that what you meant by that?
Yeah. Okay. And the second thing is, remind me again, which actor you were teaching? Magic?
With Alfie Allen.
So how did he? I mean, you probably can't reveal the tricks he was doing, can you?
I can teach you. I can tell you guys a little, because some of them are in the trailers right now, which is what's really cool.
Okay, so then pick up on one of the trailer ones. How was it teaching him, and how receptive was he with regard to that training?
So it was a couple nights. I would stay at his place in Vancouver. They put us up really, really nice right downtown, and they would treat us so great that it would be a night shoot, and I'd kind of overview what everyone was doing. And the way that Shane and everyone else wrote the film is, it was very loose. They didn't really know what magic moments they wanted when. You know what I mean? So it was for instance, Alfie would be leaning against a motorcycle trying to impress a girl, and we're oh, Jason, this would be a really good time for him to try to use a little bit of magic and sleight of hand to try to get the girl. You know what I mean? So it's just very on the fly, really jazzy moments when you're in the environment of 30 amazing actors. That's when I think it's the best too, is because everyone's bouncing all these ideas off each other. You know what I mean? It was very loose. I looked at the script on it, and you're oh, insert here, maybe insert, and it was just bouncing ideas. So in the trailer, the last one, there's one, he's sitting on the bus, and they call him Lynch, that's his character name. They say he's with the moves, and he does a really nice color change of a queen of diamonds. He shakes it and turns to a 10, and it looks fantastic. And that one took couple hours, because it's a really weird, knacky move. In magic, it's not an easy thing to do. So whether it be on set, they call me back to fix something really, really quick, like a part of the cards broke or something like that. It was very hectic, very to the point, and something like I don't even think everyone realized, the delicacy of that kind of moment. You know what I mean? Like even I would be like, can we reshoot that once? Like if you can see how it's done, I'm like, can we do it again?
You
like,
had that say so to be like, that didn't quite go to plan?
Which at first I don't think went over very well. Like you could kind of, because I'm sitting with the, like when we were shooting those scenes, I'm sitting with all the directors. It literally.
Get out of here, kid.
I swear, like one of the producers, I won't say which,
well played,
said along the lines of like, I was like, can we reshoot that one again? He's like, yeah, it was terrible. Just like on the fly, like off me saying that. And I'm like, guys, it's not what I mean. I just mean, let's get it so it looks like real magic. Then we hit it perfect, and then everyone, and that was the first night, everyone understood when it looks really good, it looks fantastic. Like like if you see, and what's great, you see Alfie's face and his hands. It's not like you're cutting to a hand of a hand model. It's really him doing it.
Perfect. Well, this is Jason Verners, local magician, and now stud and part of the crew and the teaching format of the Predator movie that comes out tomorrow. You're going to hang around for a little while, we'll keep talking about your adventures because I just find this really interesting, and I'm really pleased for you, man. So
thanks, man.
Don't go anywhere. Let's do some Arcade Fire in the Zone now. This one's called Rebellion. Right, that was T-Shirt by the Beaches. Also some Nathaniel Rateliff and his Night Sweats with S.O.B. in the zone at 91.3. And hello to Candace Ferguson, am I saying it right?
Yeah.
That's Mama.
That's my mom.
She just messaged in and said, happy birthday, Jason Verners, who joins me in the Midday Zone now, a local magician and a part of the new Predator movie that comes out tomorrow. I didn't know, you're 20 years old now.
Yeah, man.
Well, hey, I'll play a cheesy sound effect underneath you. Woo!
Crazy, hey?
Wow, growing up.
And it's a weird life, man. I don't even think I was 19 on the film when it was shooting at first.
Well, when did they shoot the new Predator film?
Last February was the starting. Or last February, March. It was like February to like June, maybe. It was like a while. So, wow.
Well,
time flies, man.
It does, yeah.
20.
So if you're just joining the Midday Zone, I was speaking with Jason earlier about his involvement with the new Predator movie that comes out tomorrow. And initially you were approached to help just teach cast members magic.
Yeah.
And so just to pick your brain a little bit further, what was it like being on a set of that magnitude? I mean, some of the big names around there. How did you find the energy?
Oh, it's ridiculous. It really put me, it really tested me. Like I went in to the auditions. I went in, feeling really good. And I kind of knew, like I've worked for TV shows before, like not, like I was one of the creative consultants for a YTV series called Tricked, which is like a magic show. It's like a hidden camera kind of show. And that's like very chill and it's very like low key. And then when you get into this kind of thing, it just, not only the hours really test you, like we're doing like night shoots. So we're done at 7 a.m. But it's also just like the grind of very quick calls. Like I'm sitting in bed in Victoria. They call me, can you be here in 3 hours? Like go catch a flight right now, like Harbor Air, and just do it, right? Or like whatever, get Helijet, get Harbor Air, whatever's close, or go to the airport, do whatever you gotta do, get here now. And I'm like, okay, this is like getting a little stressful. And then it just turned into like, you're on now. Like we're sitting there and I'm building something and it's not finished and they're like now. And if it's not now, it's not happening. So it just tested me a lot. Like I learned so much on how to just work in those kind of environments of just really high stress. Like now everything seems much less stressful, whether it be my own show, like as a magician or writing. So plus I even got when the scenes were written loosely, there was opportunities for me to come in and be like, he could do this at this part. Like, you know what I mean? Like he could be hitting on the girl and we could do this or whatever, right? So there was so much just good vibes of like everything was treated as a good idea. So everyone could kind of work from that. So it was really, really nice.
Speaking with Jason Verners, local magician and a part of the new Predator movie out tomorrow, did you get a chance to speak with Keegan-Michael Key?
I did.
He is a fantastic
He's a legend. There's a lot, like, I remember I met, the day I met Yvonne Shabowski, I
want to talk about Keegan-Michael Key.
Do you want to talk about Keegan-Michael Key?
That's why I specifically asked about Keegan-Michael Key.
We shot a bus scene that's in the trailer and Keegan was there and he's just a joker, man. Like, his assistant looks like him, which is hilarious. Like genuinely like the same kind of bald shape, same skin tone, everything. Like he looks like a brother. And both those guys just together were just super fun. All of them, like a grouping of Boyd Holbrook from Narcos, Keegan-Michael Key, and Alfie and myself in one room, and I'm like doing magic with all of them. It was wild. It was wild. I wish I spent more time with Keegan though. He was on like Keegan and Olivia Munn seem to have shot on different days. Like scenes were kind of written so certain people didn't have to be there during certain times. You know what I mean? So you don't just shoot one scene and sit there for 10 hours.
Yeah, it's called saving money.
Saving
money. Yes, carry on.
And it was wild. Like just meeting those people. We were in one hotel, and then when Shane Black walks in and just sits down, and he's like, well, what are we gonna do? And it's just like me, Shane, Alfie, and that was like the first day. We're just like in a little cafe, and it's like, this is real life. Like even in line at like breakfast places that are like really long lines in Vancouver that you'd wait an hour, all of a sudden there's a table for us. You know what I mean?
All of a sudden, you're so down to earth these days.
It was
you're so humble.
It was actually ridiculous. You know how crazy those kind of moments? I just was like in shock and awe throughout the whole, like I needed to get back to Vancouver to pick up a deck of cards, and suddenly there's a car ready, and it's just like it's so crazy that's Hollywood.
You've changed.
Stop, John.
You've changed, man.
Stop. Stop.
Here you are getting a cushy breakfast, and I walk in the back entrance to Rifflandia like,
not even, man. No, but you know what? We're still in the backyard doing magic tricks with John Williams at birthday parties.
No, that was good. That
was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, what's the next step then? You want to keep getting involved in movies, doing this? You want to be an actor now? You want to get free breakfast? What's up?
I want to. Please drive me to get the deck of cards. Yeah. No, I don't know. I want to. This taught me a lot of things on time management, taught me a lot on just really focusing down. So I want to write another show my next summer. I kind of want to take it on the tour with like fringe festivals throughout the States. My show Millennial has been doing really, really well through all the theaters. We've done a sold out run at the Mint this summer. That was fantastic. So I'm just kind of enjoying the process a lot. I'm excited to see what comes from the movie, and I'm excited just to be in the position now where I'm confident that I could do it again. I think I provided a good product, and I actually think that it, I'm not like nervous that people weren't happy. I think we all worked really well together, and I'm like, cool, it wasn't something that I bit off too big. You know what I mean? Like I was like, it felt really good.
Well, it's bonkers that I've known you for 7 years now. I've known you since you were 13 years old.
Wild, hey?
Isn't that crazy?
Hope for Hannah, is that what it was? Might have been.
Going back.
Man, absolutely. I used to wear a velvet suit on stage.
Oh, you did.
Baby.
You did. And now you've come to the dark side. We're both in here in all black.
All I wear is all black. That's it. Same jeans, same boots every day. It's a dream.
All right. You should probably wash them.
Winter from the waist down.
The Dylan Widows trick is to put your jeans in a freezer overnight.
I've done that. I did that in high school. Yeah, it freaked out. You bag them, put them in. It's a little weird.
All right.
It's really cold.
We'll save that chat for next time. Jason Verners, thank you so much for joining me, man.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Best of luck to you.
Cheers.
Here's some White Stripes with Seven Nation Army. You're in the zone.